All right, welcome back, guys. We're going to do impedance check on the 6.7 Cummins injectors. Oh, let me take these glasses off, sorry. We're going to do a terminal to body to make sure it's not shorted out there. And then I'm going to take you over here to the engine. And I got this set up right here where I put the injector back in. And I got my hose right here. I hook that up to air. You see we got the end there. And the old injector tube, so I can hook it up, that injector, to the air and do an air test. So I'll use this battery and these wires to activate the solenoid in the injector, and you can hear the air going by, so you know the injector's working. So impedance first. Terminal, we're going to check the terminal to body, make sure it's not shorted out, and then I'll put the injector inside the head, hook everything up, and add air pressure, and I'll hit the solenoid, and you'll hear it as the solenoid engages and disengages. So we'll get started. My glasses back on. All right, so these common rail injectors are usually about 1 ohm, I believe. From all the other research I've done, they show about 1. So you can see here, if I hit the 1 terminal here on the first injector, just about 1. And if I go in terminal to the body, nothing at all. And then other terminal to the body, nothing at all. So that's 1. So we'll check 1. I'm going to do all 6. You guys can fast forward if you like. I'm doing all 6 because I am selling these injectors. And for the people that are interested in the injectors, they're probably going to want to see me test all 6 this way: the impedance, the body to terminal, and then the air test. So we'll go on to the second one. Here's the second one. Ooh, let me put this back. All right, second injector. Terminal to terminal. Ooh. Let's see what we got here. Terminal to terminal. Let me do this so you guys can see it. Okay, right about 1 or so. And then terminal to body, nothing. Other terminal to body, nothing. Now I checked normal injectors, like out of your gasoline engine. They're about 13 to 16. So I thought it was kind of weird, but I did some more research on these injectors. They might have a bigger solenoid, bigger wires in there that activate the solenoid. I'm not sure, but their impedance is a lot lower than the normal injectors in your gasoline cars. So back to number 3 now. All right, so terminal to terminal. Let's get this done. It's a little tricky. These things move around. All right, about 1, and then terminal to body, nothing. The other terminal to body, nothing. So let's go to number 3 injector. I'm sorry, number 4 injector right here. All right, terminal to terminal. Come on. Should be about 1. There it is. And then body to terminal, nothing. Body to terminal, nothing. And when I hook these up to the battery, you can hear them clicking. So they all do click. I've already tested them, but I wanted to go through a couple different test procedures here and let you guys see what your options are if you want to check your own. So terminal to terminal on number 5, right about 1. First terminal to body, nothing. Second terminal on the injector to the body, hold on, nothing. So that's good. Did not short out to the case. And number 6, terminal to terminal first, right about 1. Then the second terminal, I'm sorry, first terminal to body, nothing. Second terminal to body, nothing. Okay, so these injectors test good. All their impedance levels are where they should be, and there's no short to the bodies. So we're going to go over here now, and I'll set up the air tester, and I'll show you how I not only test the solenoids at the same time when I add power to each one of these, negative, positive. It doesn't matter. You could reverse it either way. It doesn't matter. You can hear the solenoid snapping inside. So, and then when I put the air to it, you can hear the air leaking. Hopefully this GoPro will pick it up. So we'll see you over there. All right, guys, we're back now. I made this air line. I put an air fitting on one end, and I tied it into one of the old injector lines. Okay, so I can add pressure to the tube that feeds the injector. I cleaned out the injectors. I tried to put oil to see if it would push the oil out. It's so thick, the air pressure is not enough to get through the injector. So I got the diesel fuel out and the oil out, and these are just kind of, they're straight. There's no real, for once in a while you get some stuff residual laying around, but for the most part, air works really good. So first thing I do to check if this injector is working is I put it in the head. Of course, naturally you have to have the head available to do this. You could probably do it in the truck too, I would imagine. I put the discharge tube, or whatever you want to call this thing, where it goes, and of course you got to line it up, get it in there. We'll go back and forth a little bit. A little tap, there it is. Okay, so it's seated. Put your nut to hold the tube in. Okay, then I just snug this up. And again, I'm going to do all 6 injectors. You only have to watch one if you just want to see how the process is done. I'm doing all 6 for the people that want to see each one tested in case they're interested in buying these injectors. Just so you can see they're all working fine. So here we go. Put that in. Okay. If you want to see the whole, where I disassembled everything, that's in the previous video. I pulled this engine out of a junkyard. Transmission was cracked, so I believe this engine was in really good shape. All right, so that's all hooked up. The injector's in. I go ahead and hook up my air. Like here, hook up my air. So I got air pressure going to the injector now. Then I'll take my leads from the battery, hook them up. That one there. And this one here, if it'll reach, of course. There we go. All right. And you should be able to hear this thing. And I can hear that. You can hear the injector and you can hear the air. I'll try to get you as close as I can so you can see this. So I touch it here, you can hear it clicking. I don't know if you can hear that. And you can hear it going through the bypass to the other injector hole that's empty if you listen real careful. Hear the air? So that shows the injector's working really good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this to all the injectors. If you guys are interested in watching that whole process, you're welcome to. For anyone who's interested in buying these things. Okay, so this is the first injector. I'll go ahead and pull it out. Try to do this as quick as I can. Disconnect the air. Take out the tube. Okay. Knock the tube out a little bit. Pull the injector out, and that was this one. Still some diesel fuel left in there from before. So that's injector 1 tested. Then we're going to go ahead and check number 2, and you can see here, this is the one I just tested. I'm putting in my black box here.
Finally getting onto it.
All right, I was interrupted there, guys. We're back. Had a neighbor stop by real quick. So, injector goes in, tube goes in, make sure it's in the hole, put your nut on here. Like that. Get some pressure on the tube. It's tight. Tight enough anyway, right? Put that air line I made here. Okay. Tighten this up. Add some air pressure right here. And go ahead and give it a test again. Hook up the one lead right here. And then the next one over here. You can hear it click. And you can hear the air go. I'll get you close again here on this one. Same idea. So you can hear that clicking. And then if it gets you really close to the other injector hole, you can hear the because the bypass goes through each one of the injector holes. So you can hear the air leaking really good when I click this. And you should be able to hear this clicking really good as I do it. Hear the air, you hear a click, and then you hear the air going. So that's working really good. All right, we'll go to injector number 2. I'm sorry, injector number 3. Can't count my old age. All right, let's get it out. We'll disconnect the air line first. Kind of a neat way to check these. Like I said, you could probably do this with the head in the car, with the whole engine in the car. Just disconnect the line, make your little tool, add pressure, air pressure, put the injector in the hole. You might have to take out 2 though, so you can hear the air through this one. You can hear the air escaping through the return line, or the return boss galley that's inside the head, and in the back of the head is the return line. So that whole galley goes to the back of the head for the return fuel. That's where you can hear the air leaking out. Obviously the air pressure does not have 20,000 plus pounds in it to pop the injector itself. That would be nice, so I could see the nozzle go, but at least you can hear, you know, the solenoid, because you can hear the solenoid working, you can hear the air passing out, so, or passing by. So gives you a good idea. All right, that was number 2. Now we're going to put number 3 in right here. No, that one doesn't. I don't want to hit that too hard. I don't want to break anything. Use my rubber mallet. Make sure the tube's out all the way. There he goes. There's the click. All right, put the tube in. That's out of the way. All right, this one's not going in for some reason. Let's take a look. Let's see, there we go. All right, that's in. There we go. All right, number 3. Tighten up the tube. Put my line back on. All right, add some air pressure and we should be ready to go. Okay, here we go. Put on the positive. Here's the negative. Listen to it clicking. Oh, we even got some vapor going on here. Interesting. I must have knocked some fuel loose in there. All right, so there's that. Let me get you a close-up look. Here we go again. Listen careful. Hear it clicking, and if you listen inside the hole, you can hear it clicking away. All right, so that's number 3. So we'll go to number 4 now. Disconnect the air line. All right, take off the injection line. And take out the tube. Kind of a pain in the ass to do this, but I don't have any of the professional equipment to test these things, so I figure a couple different types of tests give you a good idea what condition these injectors are in. And these are pretty clean too. They pretty much, I just give them a quick wipe with a rag, but if you look at my original video there, when I was working with my lady friend, I pulled these out, they were almost just as clean. So I'm thinking they actually had these injectors replaced at one point. I don't think these are the original injectors. They were just too clean. All right, number 4. 4th injector going in. Just get that in there. Okay. Good to go. Tighten up the tube. Yeah, just bring it over here for a second so you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully you can see that. It's the light in the way. So there's a tube right there. Here, put my nut on it. Tighten that in. That might be too dark. I'll just put you back over here. Like I said, I'm just tightening the tube right now. And then the injector line that I made to bring air pressure to the injector. Okay, airline for right now, we'll call it the airline. Airline's going on. Tighten up. All right, do some air pressure. And the injection power line here, positive. All right, here we go. First check. Yep, you can see some of the vapor come out, making a little bit of mist out of that diesel fuel. And if I bring you really close, there we go. There's the injector hole for the number 2 injector. You can hear the clicking of the injector and the air pressure going through. Perfect. All right, next one. Oh, I gotta take this off first. Okay. Boom. Knock out the tube. Pull the injector out. There we go. All right, we are on number 5. Line that hole up. There we go, got the tube in. Use the nut, tighten the tube up. Tighten the tube. And put the air line in. Let's see. I'm gonna put this over here like this so the line's not in the way when I show you the video of the going into this tube right here, watching the air come out of it. Alright, let's tighten this up. Alright, give it some air. There we go. Took up the positive terminal. Then the negative. Here we go. There it goes. You can see the mist coming out of there. There you go. Hear the air? So it's definitely working. You can hear the solenoid going. You can hear the air pressure coming out and on the return line. All right, I'm going to check number 6. They seem to be misting a little bit when I first hit the injector, so I'm going to put the camera close on this last one so you guys can see the mist when I hit the injector and it blows the air through the return port there. All right. Loosen it up. Take out the line. Like I said in the previous video, everything on this engine from the head up is for sale. The tubes, the fuel rail, the head itself, and the CP3, the injectors, valve cover, all that good stuff. So if any you guys want any of that, just let me know. Take out the injector. There we go. All right, last injector, number 6. Let's give her a test. Okay, we got it in. Tighten it up. Okay, tighten up the tube. Put my air line in. And hook up the air. All right. Hook up the positive terminal. Or one of the terminals. I guess it doesn't matter with a solenoid, right? All right, here we go. I'm going to put you nice and close when I first hit the click so you can see the other ones have been doing some vapor when I initially do this. So we'll see what we got here. Here we go. And that one didn't give me vapor. Made a liar out of me. Yeah. Oh, there it goes. You can see some of the vapor. But you can hear it clicking. And the air going through the thing. Perfect. So you guys can see that now all the injectors are clicking. And the air is passing through them. So that's all good. I appreciate you watching the video. If you guys have any interest in these injectors, let me know in the comments below. And other than that, from here in Florida, you guys have a good day.